of you that are jumping in. We have some USA updates. We have Carsten, the global distributor, who will be jumping on and talking a little bit about the new comp plan updates. We have Vanessa, who will be doing some onboard training with everybody. Maybe I should make this one spotlight. We will have Pete, who will be going through some customer service updates. Max, how he's, how he shares and cares with this business.
And Taryn, about all the news and updates for everything. And I see we have so many Bali people here right now.
Yeah, actually. We do.
Cool, guys. Welcome to the webinar. This time not live in person in Akasha. This time everybody in his villa. It's not that bad either.
How long is it going to go time-wise?
Like roughly 3.5 hours, and then we should be done.
No, 1 hour. No more than 1 hour. It's just 1 hour. Just get the information out there, short and sweet.
We try to.
And we'll wait for a few more people to jump on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is Carsten jumping on? I don't see him on there yet. Are you on, Carsten? Yeah.
No, he's needing the link, he says.
He's 1 minute late. Wait. That's very un-German.
That's so un-German. Let me send him the link. He's ready, but nobody sent him the link.
Oh. You're sending him the
Got
link? Okay, okay. 3 a.m. in California. That is commitment.
Wow.
Thank you for jumping on.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Nice to see you.
Hey, guys. Taz, how are you?
Mark.
Good, good, good. From Barbados. Wow, that's amazing. Why don't you write in the chats, actually, where some of you guys are calling in from? That'd be amazing. I love what an international team we have. It's so epic. Are we recording? Yeah, we are recording.
Are we already recording?
Yep.
Do you want to do the iPad too? We don't need the iPad, do we? Do we need the iPad?
I don't think we need the iPad.
Okay,
no.
Fine.
No?
No, I don't think so. It's better. Right?
Byron Bay, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, South Perth, yes, my local. Kingscliff.
Sydney.
Lots of Aussies. Mount Gambier, Brisbane, Vegas, New Zealand. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. France. Hello.
Bonjour.
Dubbo. United States.
Oh wow, New York now.
New York. We have lots of people from New York, actually.
What time is it in New York?
Actually, my new PH is from New York, right?
6 a.m.
Massachusetts. Nice. Wow. Perth, the center of the universe. It is the center of the universe.
All right. So how many people we have?
86.
Maybe we wait for
just a few more moments.
219. We should start.
Is Carsten on? Has he actually made it? Paris. We have people from Paris. Beautiful. I love it. We have such a global team. We did like this mastermind on Sunday at our villa here in Bali, and because we're kind of allowed to have people over.
Not really.
But and when we went around the circle, there was just so many people. It was literally like going around the globe. People from South Africa, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from New Zealand, from absolutely everywhere. So it was really, really awesome.
I did like.
Is that Carsten? 93. I mean, we can start doing the updates.
I think we can. Carsten, is he on? Come on. You're German. You're meant to be on time for everything.
Special guest.
Anyway, let's kick off because he's actually going afterwards anyway. So awesome for all of you guys to join us. I would love, as I said, keep dropping in where you're calling in from and whatever wins that you might have had over the last week since we last spoke. So share it in there. We know sharing is caring, Max's favorite sentence. So pop it in there. But also, we also know that USA opened this since we last spoke.
I think Carsten is here now.
Is he?
Carsten?
I'm all the time here.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Carsten, special guest. So here, let me introduce him. Carsten is, I think it's the first time we have the honor to have you in this kind of top leader call.
No,
Oh,
second
no,
time.
before.
In that kind of group as well? Okay.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah,
everybody,
I make already promises last time.
Oh yeah, okay, good. And they all were fulfilled, of course. So
Yeah.
here, Carsten is the global master distributor, working very hard for the USA launch, of course, for us in Australia, in Bali, and really like bringing so much value to the company. So I'm really happy to have him here with us on the call and share some of his experience as well. Probably also his business experience, because he already has 18, 19, or almost 20 years of experience in the industry.
Wow, you're old.
Yeah, you're old. And then, of course, give us some updates on the compensation plan. And yeah, so I'm very happy, or we are very happy to have him here on the call. Welcome, Carsten. Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, great guys. Sorry for the delay, but the link was not really working. And then I had parallel call with Christina from the company. So I told her that I have to jump in. I have only 2 minutes, but she's Italian, you know, and 2 minutes for an Italian, that means 10 minutes. You can't stop her. So she's talking too long. Yeah. So, but it's great to be here, and it's a pleasure to be here with all of you on this call. And yeah, I'm very thankful and grateful that you are going with us, and you are, yeah, let's say, flying with us this journey with the company, with Healy. And it's now a little bit over 1 year ago that we have started. At the beginning, let's say, with a vision, so with a very big vision. And when I met the owner of the company and the former CEO of the company, I was totally excited about this, what we have in our hands, about the product, because as you said before, Max, I'm meanwhile 18 years in this industry, and I've never seen a similar product before. So I was, yeah, bringing juices, cosmetics, whatever in the market, but I've never seen such a product without competition. And I have so many calls in the last days, in the last weeks, in the last months with top leaders from this industry, with 7 figures, 8 figures, at least 9-figure earners of this industry. And everyone confirmed, and everyone said, this product, what you have in your hand, is definitely a game changer. So there is nothing what is similar. You have no competition on the market. And what I've seen so far as well, we attract more and more people from different kind of fields. And these are not only the typical networkers. So we have more people in, which are like you guys. Yeah, let's say they're looking more behind the scenes with the product. They are very spiritual, conscious, and so on. And yeah, we bring more and more people together. And for me, it's clear. And I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm talking as well about numbers. Yeah, for me, it's clear that we have definitely the chance to build a $1 billion company, and this maybe in the next 3 years. So that means we have the possibility to break records with this company. But when we have started with the company, it was for me clear as well that we will have definitely hiccups. So, and I can tell you why, because the owners of the company, yeah, Marcus and Christian, both of them are phenomenal, are really awesome people, but both of them have definitely not the experience with social selling, network marketing. They are coming from total different fields. You notice, yeah, that Marcus is a quantum physicist. I think you know that Christian is an investor. He is a developer of software, trading software, and so on. And both of them hired people to, let's say, build a company. And that needs a little bit. And I think the first year was amazing, but it was too fast with the growing. I don't know exactly the numbers, what we brought to the market. I know definitely that we opened something like 40 countries. This is, from my experience, was a little bit too fast. So we had a few changes in the last weeks in the company. We hired a new CEO. This is a consultant from Christian other companies. His name is Andreas Kornberger. And it's meanwhile, I think 2 months ago, something like this, that Andreas has started in the company. And I can only say from my feeling and from my experience, and I have, I think, nearly every day calls with him, he is doing an amazing job. So that means he is bringing right now the company in the right direction. So that means the first year was an extremely growing, and let's say, maybe, how can I say this in English? Working in too much directions. So, and he came in the company to, let's say, manage the things right now and to structure the things right now. And we know definitely that we are not perfect with the company. So we know definitely that we need a much better customer support. We know definitely that we have to hire more people in the future for the corporate. We know that means the company, know definitely that the back office is, let's say, not optimum. So, and it could be better. So we know definitely that we can make many, many things better. And if I'm talking about we, I include myself, because as a master distributor of the company, I try to help them wherever I can. So, and they have a really open ear, and they are working as well very close with the leaders. So I think Max, Taryn, you can confirm this, so that Andreas, that Frank, who is, I think I will come today an announcement as well regarding Frank. These are really nice guys, and they want to bring the company in the right direction. So, and we had right now the launch of the US, and as well this launch, it was a phenomenal launch, so, and I've never seen a company which, brought as well so fast these numbers together, like we have done this in the first 2, 3, 4 days. So I think we made after 2 days something like 2 million in sales in the US, what is I think a record. But on the other side, with this back office what we have at the moment, and with the other hiccups, it could be better. So, and we had 2 options. One option was to move this a little bit, so for maybe 1 or 2 months, or the other option was to launch the market. And we made a decision to launch it. And I'm not sure, do we have maybe as well US leaders here on the call? So you have US leaders here on the call. So I'm really sure, you guys, I can explain you this from my point of view. I have built a huge business for US companies 3 times, and they came to Europe with nothing. So with a vision, with a product which is amazing in the US. So then we had to build a market 4, 5, 6 months. And after 5, 6 months, I had the first time the product in my hand, and I was already a diamond or something like this. So we have a product in the US, we have a payout in the US. So that means you have these things which are important to build a business, a functional product, you have a commission for your hard work. So all the other things we will solve definitely in the next days, in the next weeks, and in the next months. And that's why I want to give you some updates. I had, as I said, a lot of calls with Andreas, with Frank. And what we are doing right now, we have hired more companies. That means we had before, let's say, only one department which is working with the IT. And you have to understand that the Healy technology and the Healy product, our device, and all the things which are coming later, there's coming so much more. It's not only the Healy. So the division is so big of the company. But for this, you need special things. It's not only that you can use a normal back office, like in a normal social selling company, which shows your numbers or whatever. You need a cloud, you need a medical cloud, you need an activation system. You have to be sure that you, let's say, I will not say can work with the data, but what I want to say is that you can help people, because I think maybe you know that long term we want to launch customized programs. So, and we can already do this. So we are able to do this. So that's why our back office is much more complex than a normal back office. And the company is really, really in the right direction, really far away. So that means they are nearly close to finish everything, but they need definitely support from professionals which can help them, which can tune the things. And that's why Andreas made a decision to hire a company and to hire as well an external consultant. She is very famous. She's working with the biggest social selling companies in the world. So that means we have right now not only one IT department, we have a big company which is working around this, and we have an expert for social selling, which is helping us to get the back office, the IT system as well, regarding showing you the points, showing you people which are close to rank and everything what is necessary to build a business to bring this in the right direction. The next thing is the customer support. And I know that especially for you guys from Australia, it's not so easy. It was not easy in the last weeks and in the last months. And I know this because I handle as well with this. So I get so many messages from Peter and from Taryn, from Sarah, from other big leaders which are here in the call. And thanks a lot for the messages that I can, and I hope I can help you most of the time. So, and a special thanks once again to Peter, because he's doing an amazing job, especially as a leader, that he's playing customer support all the time. And now the good news is that latest next week, beginning of next week, we are starting to, to bring our own customer support for Australia. So, and I think this is one of the best messages and news what I can bring you today. So that means we have an amazing guy. He is a recommendation from Taryn. So that means if the customer support is not good, then maybe in the future, you can go back to Taryn. So no, but I met the guy. He's really great. He's amazing. And he has a lot of experience. He's over 20 years in the field. He's consultant, and I met him in Perth. Yeah, he's a very, very great guy. So, and latest beginning of next week, the company is starting then to cooperate with him so that we can start to bring all the things in Australia, New Zealand in the right direction. So, and I think this is a very, very important step for all of you guys, and long-term definitely, to bring the business in. And it's for me, one of the biggest markets, definitely Australia and New Zealand, because I noticed from other companies in the right way, so that you can be focused on this. What you have to be focused, this is to build the business. Long term, this is a little bit a vision what I can give you. They are looking right now for, I think, 50 or 60 more customer agents. So that means that the company is working on this. So to build a worldwide concept for the customer support with, of course, offices in the main markets. So, but regarding this, what we have at the moment with the virus or not virus or whatever it is, it's not so easy to hire these people. But Andreas knows what's going on. Andreas is working really, really hard on this. And I'm really sure that we have as well here in the next 1-2 months, really good solutions for different markets, then not only for Australia and New Zealand, that we have then good solutions for Thailand, that we have good solutions for Japan and so on, that we will hire local agents in these markets, which can help us as well to grow the markets, and especially as well to bring the right mentality in this market. Because this is what I have seen in the last months, that it makes no sense, for example, to have a customer support from, let's say, I don't know, Singapore, which is working in Japan. That makes no sense, because the mentality is totally different. So that's why we have to hire this there as well. They will do this. Another very important point is that I think from middle of May, we implement iPayout. iPayout is the biggest payment provider in network marketing or social selling. Sorry, you say social selling. I'm old school. For me, it's network marketing. And iPayout brings you the possibility then really to have a fast payout. So long-term in different currencies, that means as well in cryptocurrencies, for these of you who is interested in to get, for example, maybe your commission in Bitcoin or Ethereum. So this is a solution what is coming as well. It's nearly ready. And I think we will launch this as well then, this month. Maybe you have seen that this 49 euros, what is should normally come in May. That means this yearly fee, that we moved this. Thanks a lot for this. To you, Taryn, once again. You sent me a lot of messages about this, and we are working here as well on many updates as well regarding the monthly subscription and all this. I know from Marcus, we had a call, I think last week, that we are really, really close to launch new products. I'm talking about frequency packages, okay? Not a watch or whatever. So, but we are talking about frequencies for brain. We are talking about frequencies for pets. So, and of course, we will launch this year as well frequencies for weight management. So, and with these frequencies, then you can really choose between different options, whatever you want then for, let's say, a monthly subscription. So, and I think the first frequency programs, packages, we will launch in June. So that's why I have in the next days as well a call with Christian, with Andreas about our future monthly subscription models, and maybe I'm not sure, but maybe we can move the monthly subscription as well to June or July. I try my best that we can get it done. So let's see. I can't promise this, but I try my best. And normally I get it done. Okay, regarding the new compensation plan. So, and I think here are many questions, because I can see this here through the Zoom. If I'm looking in the windows, I can see many questions. What's going on with the new compensation plan? And so I can tell you guys, first of all, it's definitely not the final version. Okay, so you have to understand, when a company is starting, especially in this industry as a startup, they have to make stress level tests. They have to find out long term what is the right comp plan for us as a company. So, and when we had started with the first compensation plan, and then we were going to the second comp plan, the company found out, and I think many of you have seen this, that we had, especially when the sales were growing, that we had an overpayout, that we had to bring in a cap and all this stuff. This is not looking good. So I think the last message from the company, and I can tell you this from my heart, because I saw the message and I could feel exactly what's going on in the field. The message was something like, hey guys, we had the best month ever, but we have to bring a cap with 7.5%. And that means at all, maybe 15% of your commission. So, and this was definitely because of the comp plan, because it was, the stress test was not in, it was, the payout was too high. That's why they have to bring it in. Otherwise, they would, let's bring it to the point, they would destroy the company. The company would pay too much money. And then we have the problem that the company, if they are doing this maybe 5, 6, 7 months, and you can be sure through USA, Korea, we will open this year as well, the sales were growing rapidly. So my goal is to bring the company, I said in this Business for Home article, to 100 million this year. My goal is 300 million a year. So, and I'm sure we can do this. But if the comp plan is paying out too much, then the company pays out too much, and then the company has a big problem. So that's why they make changements. And the first changement what we made was to take out this pioneer bonus. So that means when we have started with the business, it was something like this, that let's say you are selling an Healy, you have 40% direct sales commission, that you got this 40%, and the same amount of volume is going directly as well in the binary commission. So Marcus, the owner of the company, said from the beginning, okay, I want to allow this only until Barcelona. So after Barcelona, we have to recalculate then the 40%, and we will take then only the 60% in the binary. So we said, Marcus, please give us a little bit more time for the growing and so on of the business, that we can put this as well in the binary. And then he said, okay, let's do this until beginning of January. So then beginning of March, and then we started to grow rapidly. And then we had this problem, definitely, that the payouts was too much. That's why we had to do this, that we said, okay, we have an amount, this is a direct commission, and this, what we pay out in direct commission to this person, which is recommending the Healy, this we will calculate then from the volume, and the rest of the volume, we will put them in the binary. So make it very easy and simple. For example, you are someone, you have 30% direct commission, you sell a Healy, let's say, I don't know, a Healy Gold, with 250 points, 30% is your direct commission. This 250 points minus 30% is in this way, I think 75 points. So that means 175 points we put then in the binary inside. So what is if someone is upgrading this Healy? So that means the person which bought this Healy with 250 points, the Healy Gold, and is doing an upgrade to resonance. What's happened then with this 1,000 points? This 1,000 points we put completely then in the binary inside, okay? So before it was a little bit different. So maybe you have not seen this. Before, these points were not going in the binary. These points were only going in the direct commission and were not going in the binary. So we have this right now in the binary. So what is very good. So that means if you build a team and people are starting maybe with a smaller version, doing upgrades then you got long-term definitely a higher volume in your binary. The next what we have is our binary commission, and the binary original, and Taryn, Max, you were together with me in Frankfurt and you can confirm this. Original, what we said was to pay out in the lower ranks 8 or 10% binary, Then in the middle ranks, 12%, 13, 14%, and at the top ranks, 15%. And what we confirmed there was that we will make some weekly caps. So that means in the lower position, you can earn maybe something like 1,000 euros a week. As a director, you can make something like 5,000 a week with binary. And in the top position, you can make something like 15,000 a week. So, but the company made a decision to not launch this. The company made a decision that you can earn, and this is very important to understand it, with a non-title, or I don't know, with a very low title, that you can earn 20,000 a week with the binary. Guys, that's phenomenal. Yeah. So I don't know really many companies which are allowing this. So that means, for example, you are a manager or whatever. So that means you have maybe one good person on the left, you have one or you have a good spillover tree or whatever on the right. Then you can earn up to 20,000 a week with the binary commission. Most of the companies, they have caps inside. That means if you are in this position, in this rank, you can earn only this. Otherwise, you have to rank up in another position. Healy is not doing this. And I'm really thankful for this because it's very fair. Because what I know from my experience, yeah, we don't have outside, let's say 60-70% from the field, which is able to rank up as a senior director or as a vice president or whatever. So, but it doesn't matter. If you have one good recommendation left, one good recommendation right, people which know the business, which can build a business, you can earn up to 80,000 a month. And I'm talking about, guys, euros, not talking about US dollars or Australian dollars. I'm talking about euros. So that means in this way, I think it's something like, let's say 100,000 USD or 140,000 Australian dollars. And you can build, don't forget it, 3 positions. Yeah. So that means if you rank up as a director, you get automatically a 2nd position where you can build then a 3rd leg, something like this. So that means you can make, instead of 80,000, 160,000. And if you rank up as a vice president, you get a 4th leg, or you can build a 4th leg. If you achieve again this 80,000, you have 240,000, and everything is without including matching bonus. So that's another thing. When we started to talk about a new comp plan, Marcus, at the beginning, he said, okay, I would like to have that we include the matching bonus, because that makes me makes me feeling better, so that the company is safe and so on. And we were fighting very, very hard. And after a long meeting with him, an explanation and all this and so on, he confirmed and he agreed, and he said, okay, we will pay the matching bonus on top. So what does it mean? You can make with the matching bonus, it doesn't matter what you want. If you are a person which is really, really hard working and is bringing many people in this business, or okay, I'm talking about business, not customers, because a customer is most of the time not a duplicator, but you bring many people in the business, and maybe you bring 50, 100, 150, 200 people in the business, and you have from this 200 people, maybe 20 people which are really hard working, and they start to build, and they make 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 a month. Then you got as well commission on the income of these people. So that means you have 10% on the direct level, you have, I think, 5% on the 2nd, 5% on the 4th, and 3% on the 4th level of the income of these people. So of the income of this, what these people will build long term. And that means, believe me, that could be more income than the binary. Of course, it's only 4 levels, but this is very important as well. The numbers, what you get, the 10%, 553, they are real. I was working before for a US company. So it was a company with a patch, and they said, we pay you 25% in your 1st level matching bonus. I never received this 25%. And after, I think, 6 months in the company, I was going through the comp plan. I'm not interested normally in the comp plan. So, but I was going through this, and there was a small mark, and there was something like, okay, we pay you 25% after recalculation the caps, and effective, they paid me something like 4%. So our numbers are real. So the company will pay you this. And as I said before, the comp plan is definitely not the final version. What I can promise you, the comp plan will be better in the future. So I think how it is at the moment, the company is good. One thing is inside, which is not true. That's a mistake from the company, that you have to bring left and right someone personal enrolled to rank up. Okay, so this is not true. What you have to do is you need someone in the left and in the right from your personal enrollment tree. So what does it mean? It's very easy. I bring Max in the business, okay, and Max is bringing Taryn in the business, and Taryn is ranking up, let's say, as a vice president. Then this is my personal enrollment tree. Another thing is, for example, Max would be my upline, and Max brings Taryn under me, okay, then she is not my personal enrollment tree, then she is in spillover tree, okay? So very easy. You bring someone in the business, this person is bringing someone in the business, this person brings someone in the business, and this person is ranking up to director, vice president, whatever. Then this is counting for you to rank up in the next position. You need this on the left side, you need this on the right side, and I think we will discuss it. It's not sure at the moment, but we will discuss it. Maybe there's as well a possibility. If you are not able to find these two positions, then it could be as well two lower positions or one lower position, but then you need two left and two right. But this is at the moment a question of programming. So, and I think we can do this, but give us a little bit time. As I said, it's not the final version of the comp plan. He is good at the moment. He will be much, much better. And very important for you guys is as well then to understand that our main business long-term is monthly subscription. People will buy a Healy one time. Yeah, maybe let's say every 2 years they will buy a new version. But our business is long-term a monthly subscription, that people are happy with buying each month different programs on top. Yeah, buying or using the applications, whatever the company is offering. And these programs, these points, they are going completely in the binary inside. So that means that is growing long-term your business. This is what brings you a residual income. And I'm in this industry since 18 years for building a residual income. So that was the first thing what I understood when I was joining social selling. Start like a rocket, build a business 6 months, and after 6 months, yeah, you have a residual income, like an artist, like an actor or whatever, and you can do whatever you want. You have the freedom, you can travel, you can play golf, like this what I'm doing normally if I have the time. And for this, yeah, you need a really good comp plan which pays you this. We have this done, and as I said, once again, it's not a final version. We will bring more highlights in the future, and yeah, we will fight for you all the time. Back to you.
Thank you, Carsten. Thanks for sharing that with everyone. I know there's like a ton of questions in there, but we can probably answer them for people as well. But thank you so much for sharing your time with us. I know you're extremely busy all the time, especially with the US launch. It's been mad and crazy, and I know you're constantly on calls with lots of top leaders from around the world. So thank you for sharing your knowledge and sharing your time with us tonight. And yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. You're going to stay on, or you're leaving us now?
Would you like to learn how to onboard?
Stay a little bit on site. I will stay a little bit on, and I think in 20 minutes I have to leave.
No, it's fine. You don't need to stay on.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing, Carsten. Awesome.
Thank you.
Cool.
Okay, so we have up next Vanessa. I think we've got Vanessa jumping on, who's going to help you guys, you know, teach people, helping you to get people onboarded who've come into Healy. You know, I know we've got so many members coming in, and so Vanessa is here to really teach you the basics of getting your people started. So I will find Vanessa in a moment.
She's picking up already. There she is.
Vanessa,
make you a host so you can share.
Okay. Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
everyone.
One quick thing I wanted to share quickly to everybody as well. Guys, if it sounds complicated regarding the compensation plan, don't worry about it, because for the beginning, it's actually more easy than it seems, but it's just like a new language. But this language is very easy to be learned when you have it visualized and visual in front of you guys. It's the direct, the matching.
Max, if I can add something to this.
Please.
Most of the top leaders in the industry, they have no idea how a comp plan is working. So
and
very important. Don't become an expert on the compensation plan.
don't become an expert. But anyway, it sounds more complicated than it actually is. So don't worry about it if it is too complicated for what you think it is. All right, Vanessa, dive right in. Nice to see you.
Hey everyone, I'm Vanessa. I'm from Melbourne. As Taryn mentioned, I'm just going to walk through the onboarding process that you can use to support yourself, especially if you're new, or your team. So Tish mentioned, I think a week or two ago, that we're going to be getting a onboarding website. So that's about, I think, a few weeks away. But in the meantime, I've developed an onboarding pack, which you can use with your teams now. So I'm just going to walk. Oh, it's a bit echoey, is it? I don't know if I can do much about it. Testing. Is that okay? Yes? Okay. So I'm just going to share my screen and walk through it. So there is a lot of information at the moment. We've got information in Facebook groups, Telegram, there's our back office, there's links everywhere. So this document basically has everything in one place. It's like a one-stop shop. So when you onboard a new member, you can basically give them this pack so that they can read from start to finish, and they've got all the information that they need. So I'm just going to share my screen. And can someone just tell me if they can see this okay in the chat box? Can I just get a message? Hold on. Yep, okay, cool. All right. So this is the onboarding pack. And again, this is just the content. So introducing someone to Healy, step number 1. Step number 2, sending them information. Step number 3, inviting them to experience Healy. 4, getting them to sign up. Purchasing a pack, step 5. Placing your member, step 6. Support and training, and then setting up your Healy and some FAQs. So I'm just going to go through the document briefly. I won't go into detail on everything. I'm going to upload this to the Quantum Freedom, Frequency of Freedom Facebook page, so you'll be able to see it there as well. So step 1, the most important step, is introducing someone to Healy. So obviously the way you talk to each person and the way you introduce Healy to someone is going to be different depending on whether they're a businessman or an energy healer. But I've just included some example scripts that you can use, so a shorter version and a longer version. I rarely use this word for word. I generally customize it depending on who I'm talking to. But again, it's just connecting with them, knowing what their interests are, their background, and really showing them what's in it for them. And just, you know, some information on Healy. But I rarely ever include a video or a link in my initial message to someone. For me, it's just about, I guess, gauging their interest and developing some curiosity, creating some curiosity. That's the way I approach it. But of course, you know, you do what works for you as well. So if they say, yes, I'm interested to find out more about Healy, I'll then send them information. Just want to check. Yep, so I'll then send them information. So I generally send them a 6-minute video, which most of you probably would have seen, with the guy playing the piano. That really impressed me when I first got on board. So I generally send that video. And lately I've also been sending a 3-minute product video, which gives you a little bit more information on what the product is and what it does. So I generally send those 2 links. Again, it's completely up to you how you want to approach this, but I've included both those links there. If they want more information from there, I'll then add them to the Facebook group. So Quantum Evolution, a New Way of Being. I've been adding them to this group. Most of you would be part of that group. Obviously, it's amazing with lots of inspiring content and speakers. I'll generally tag them on the post Taryn's webinar here. I think that's just a really good overview and snapshot of Healy, the opportunity and the product. And then I'll sometimes add them to the other Facebook page, Healy, the Frequency of Life, which include, and there's basically 7 units which a new member can go through and you can tag them on. And it's a beautiful, I guess, journey and introduction into Healy. So I think this is important that, you know, new members know that they don't need to know everything. They don't need to be an expert when they're first introducing about, you know, product and the company. Just add them to the Facebook group. It's really simple. Tag them on the webinar and then they can find out more. So you don't need to be an expert. This is what I've been telling my team. And then from there, if they're still interested and they want to find out more, there's a few different ways that you can invite people to experience Healy. So obviously, you can do an in-person scan or frequency treatment so they can feel the Healy for themselves. Obviously, that's going to be easier when we can meet in person. But at the moment, I've been doing a lot of three-way calls or inviting them to online events. So, you know, and when we have in-person events and meetings, obviously that's another way that they can experience Healy. Step 4 is signing up your new member. So I've just included step-by-step instructions on how you actually do that. So really easy for a new member. So they know the process. Go to the link section and copy and paste their customized link, which they can then send to their new member to sign up so that they're connected to their business. So that's really important. And then also information on how they can set up their banking details during that sign up process as well. Step 5, so purchasing a Healy pack. Again, I've just included some instructions on how they actually purchase the pack. So the really important thing is that they're logged into their back office before they shop. So yeah, if they purchase from obviously the Healy website, we don't want that because it's not going to be connected to their upline and their account. So really important that they log into their account and then shop. So there's just step-by-step instructions on how to purchase a Healy pack. Again, really great for new members going through this process as well. Step 6, placing your Healy member in your binary tree. So when someone signs up, they're going to sit in unplaced partners, so organization, unplaced partners, and then you have to decide whether to place them in your left or right leg. I won't go through the mechanics of this now, but I have included an amazing training that Pete's developed on the Healy binary tree. So that's on YouTube, and there's just a link there. So that will give you some insight on, you know, how to place your member, whether it's in the left or the right leg, or also obviously speak to your upline if you have any questions about that. And then number 7, making sure that your new members are supported, have all the support and training material that they need. This looks quite overwhelming. It looks like a lot of information. But if we just break it down really quickly, it's really, number 1, making sure that they're connected to these online meetings, adding them to the Facebook group or adding yourself as a new member to the Facebook group. So I've included all the links. There's 4 different Facebook groups, but they all have a different, I guess, experience to them. So yeah, Quantum Evolution is the launch group. Healy, the Frequency of Life, is for new members wanting to know more or new prospects. And Quantum Freedom is for anyone specifically in the business, and that includes a lot of the business files. And the Healy Experience, which is for testimonials. So these are the different Facebook groups. Again, this is just easy access for new members so that they can just click on the link and join, and that they know where to stay connected. Telegram is the communication platform, which most of you are probably aware of. Again, this is just making sure new members are connected to Telegram so that they can stay up to date on all the announcements, ask any questions, and also the Healy questions to our amazing Dr. Krista, any health-related questions. And then additional resources. This is just a summary of different resources that are useful when you're starting in the business, like the Fast Start promotion, the flyer, the compensation plan, the program descriptions, the manual. There is an amazing amount of information in the Quantum Freedom, the Frequency of Freedom Facebook group. So I've just included a link there. If you go to files, you'll find all the information there. Again, this is just additional resources to help you and your members that are wanting to find out more about Healy, the technology, the product. Again, this is just here for easy access. So there's product videos on Vimeo, which are also included in your welcome email. There's information on how to use the Healy Analyze app. There's a Q&A with Marcus. There's, you know, information about frequency therapy resources that you can access on this page. And then I've just included a snapshot of the back office. Again, there's more resources which you can find in the back office in my tools and my downloads. You can filter it by country, and you can select what sort of material you want, what you're looking for, whether it's marketing material, the compensation plan. So this is updated regularly as well. So that's in the back office under my tools, and there's also videos as well. So setting up your Healy device. So the best way to do that, you purchase a Healy. It's really encouraged to just go through all the videos in that welcome email, because it really explains how to set up your device and how to set up both of the apps, both the Healy app and the Healy Analyze app. And there's amazing video tutorials as well. So that welcome email is really, really helpful. And there's just some FAQs which I've included. There's just some common questions that I get, but obviously this can evolve and grow over time. You know, is my information safe? What about EMF and Bluetooth? These are just some commonly asked questions that I get, which you can refer to for easy access. So that's the onboarding pack. I'm just going to hold on, I'll just get out of this, stop sharing. Oh yeah. So that's the onboarding pack in a snapshot. I think.
Well done.
If anyone has any questions, I'm going to upload that document to the Facebook page as well, so I'll include the link.
Amazing, thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. That's incredible, and an incredible resource for people to onboard and have a quick like getting started into Healy and the business, and a bit of a Bible, if you like, for them to refer to for people that are getting started. Thank you so much, Vanessa. That was incredible awesome for you to put that together.
Thank you, Vanessa. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, can you make me host again? Because I made you host, so you need to change me.
Click on the name and then you make her host. And now finish the call. Don't press end meeting. You're getting it.
Oh yeah, you did it!
Yeah, you did.
Fantastic. Awesome. Right. Now we have next, really, I mean, that was onboarding everybody. Let me just put this video on. That was onboarding everybody. Thank you so much, Vanessa. And Max is going to share how he shares. One of his favorite sayings is, sharing is caring. So he's going to, I guess, give you guys some of his tips and tricks into how he has shared and cared with Healy for the last 18 months. For those of you that don't
18?
know, 15 months.
13.
Okay, 13 months. I shared and cared for the last 15 months. For those of you that don't know, Max has a downline of nearly over 25,000 people. So he's shared and cared with a lot. So Max is going to give us some tips on sharing Healy.
Yes, thank you. First of all, I think it's important to understand, and what also Carsten was talking about in the beginning, The company now, we are still new, even though we have a billionaire backing us up, we have a 15-year-old market-leading technology in frequency, we have a device which has basically no competition and is really changing the world and everything like that, but we still are a startup. So we still have bumps, we have roadblocks, we have issues we're fighting with. And it's been a struggle over the last year and a bit, to be honest, sometimes because of customer support issues, of IT issues in the back office and so forth. So basically what we have learned, or what the resources are we didn't have before, we are trying to bring now. And one of the main resources, and I believe it's so important, what I didn't have in the beginning, is now we have this Facebook group, right? And really, in order to, you know, share this device to as many people as possible, I think one of the best advice what I can give to you is really use the resources what other people already created. Means like a Facebook group. You don't need to bring it to people by yourself, but use other people to help you creating what you want to create, right? So, I mean, we created the Quantum Evolution group with all of you guys a little bit over a month ago. Now we have 5,400 people in there. So I think a beautiful way to just sharing is like, look, we never need to sell anything. We never need to convince anybody. Either people resonate with what we have or they don't. We don't need to push it into anybody's face because it's a waste of energy. And oftentimes, Taryn and me, we share the same opinion. If somebody doesn't get it, we almost feel sorry for it. And this is kind of the mindset you want to have, because you just want to invite people for this opportunity. You just want to invite people to be part of, first of all, the opportunity as a business, but of course also be part of having this amazing device and be able to share it to other people, and having this amazing device to do the differences and changes in your life and in your body and everywhere, right? I had an amazing transformation myself, but I don't want to go into it because it's a long story. But I really deeply believe this is what I want to share to the world. This is what I want to give to other people as well, to really experience this kind of shift as well, because it's such a blessing for me where this device helped me to go to this level, and it's just the beginning of the journey. So I really sincerely love sharing that, and I really sincerely believe I want to bring it to other people. So I don't even feel like we have to sell it. I don't feel like we have to convince it. So change the word convincing, change the word selling to inviting. It's really inviting people. Inviting, I mean, for example, you invite people to the Facebook group, you know, and ask people, hey, tell them a little bit of what we're doing, invite them to the Facebook group and tell them like, hey, do you resonate with this one? Do you like this kind of stuff, what we're doing here? I've seen many people already tagging the people in the webinars, and I'm sure, and I heard it already, it's working so well, because when you invite those people to the webinars, we are already doing the job, right? We explain the product, we have all those amazing comments under the webinar where all this love is going to be shared. So even in this call right now, we see like, thank you, Taryn, thank you, Carsten, thank you so much. I'm so excited. And this is the energy you want to invite people to ride on, right? So it makes it so much more easy than being by yourself. Or if you have a sponsor who brings you into the business, invites you to the business, use that person to have that person also on the call with somebody else. Don't be the only guy. And another interesting fact is also, I have a few of my friends using the device, but I don't have my close friends in the business, just because there's always this kind of a funny separation between friends and when you invite them to a business. There's always some kind of objection. I don't know why. It's the nature of law. It's the law of nature sometimes. So I'm not really approaching friends, but I'm approaching like, who do you think would benefit from this kind of energy right now? Or when we have a meeting together, for example, we did the roadshow in Australia, who do you think would benefit or would like the energy in the room, right? And when you think like this, you have a lot of people you might be thinking about, and invite those to those meetings and to those webinars and to those Facebook groups. So we are right now behind the scenes actually building a lot of resources that we didn't have a long time ago. So we just hired a personal assistant and also a camera team in order to shoot out content, because let's face it, many of us get the question, or you already asked the question as well, like, hey, what is the best 3 or 6 minute video? Vanessa is sharing the video with Nikola Tesla in the beginning with the guy on the piano, which is a great video, but it's also not a perfect video right now. So this video we had, right, but we don't have much more resources. Why? Because the company is not there yet. The company is not perfect yet. So this is what we want to create. We want to create a lot of content right now that you can use and you can share to other people. So we hope we can bring this content up to you already in the next 2 to 6 weeks, okay, just in general. So we have a lot of video contents that you just easily can share to people. If they hit this and they like it, they say, oh wow, this is interesting. Frequencies are everywhere, everything is frequencies, and they kind of resonate with the device and what it does to them. Then you invite them to the Facebook group and the whole thing can go on and on and on. And then we have the onboarding process that Vanessa was presenting so beautifully. Next thing is, I really advise you guys, first of all, it's a beautiful thing that we have those 3 main bonuses, starting with a direct bonus, and we have a high ticket item. So the direct bonus gives us a very nice and juicy commission. So it's very easy after you shared the device to the first 3-4 people, you already have your money back and you already see something is banking in. And this is a nice feeling. So the direct bonus for the beginning is very, very beautiful. So let's say for the first 3 to 6 months, you really want to focus on just bringing some people into the business, share the devices, of course not push them, it's up to them, but at the end of the day, you have to explain them. If this device is something that really helps you to feel better, that really helps you to get rid of discomfort, or increase your energy, your sleep, or whatever, because it actually does everything like that, then why don't you go out and share it to other people? Don't be selfish, just share it to other people and don't even think about the money, right? So it's a natural kind of behavior what we should apply to everybody of us. And when we do so, right, we create this kind of business. But later on, this is one of the main advices I also want to give you. Think in everything you do very long term. Don't think short term. Residual income, if you wish. The same as the matching bonus. It's a long-term compounding residual income. My internet connection is unstable. You hear me, hopefully. So you wanna build in the beginning. You wanna build a little bit wide, okay, until you maybe have 10 people of your direct people. Sign them up directly, sponsor them. After this one, you wanna focus on building deep. You really wanna focus on building your team deep. So you don't care too much about the direct bonus anymore. And we recently talked about this with Taryn as well. We haven't signed in anybody since for me it was several months. Actually now last week I signed somebody in because he's from Switzerland and he just knows me, so okay. But usually how I do it is when I, for example, know somebody in Bali, and I'm right now in Bali, we have this amazing community and this amazing team in Bali. Then I will find one of my leaders in Bali and I will connect them. I will take them to the meeting. For example, Sarah is in my team and Taryn is in my team and I meet Sarah, who is also here in Bali, and I know these guys know each other, and I know now I have the opportunity, and Sarah is so interested in the product and wants to buy the product, now I can make, of course, the direct commission from her. But what I do instead is I invite her to a meeting to come with me and Taryn and sit down, and I tell Taryn, please invite Sarah to the business, send her your link, and be able to receive that direct commission. So what I have from this now is Taryn is going to be extremely motivated. I just supported my team with everything I have because she made that direct commission. Sarah is now feeling, okay, I can ask Taryn everything, she becomes my sponsor. Now Taryn is in my team anyway. Now I have an extremely motivated team leader in my team. I didn't get the commission for it, that's completely fine, but I have them working together. And this is something down the line which is kind of important because I know some people, they signed up 100 direct people, right? And if you now working a little longer already, you understand when you have 10 people, maybe 20 people in your direct, it's a lot of work because every question, especially now in the beginning, they will ask you. They will ask you, hey Max, there is this and this problem. What can I do? What can I do? So I would like what every company, what every business should do. You want to delegate your work as much as possible. And while you're delegating it, you're motivating teams, right? You're motivating a person like Taryn, who's now having Sarah signed up to her. And she's like, I have this responsibility for Sarah. I'm going to take care of it. So you delegate your work away and they're building the team down the line. And from my experience, I have a team now of more than 25,000 people, and I basically work actively with just a handful of people. And this is really, it just comes after a while. You go out and you kind of find who of these people you brought into the business are most engaged, who of these people are always showing up to the meetings, who of the people doing the extra mile. And then you pick and choose your favorite leaders, not the people who are exactly like you, but the people you work very well together and your skill fits very well together. And this is the way it works because you just want to work with small groups of people who again work with small groups of people, and this is how we best create it because you can't be in every place at the same time everywhere, right? So really think long term. Don't go after the direct bonus after 3 or 6 months in the business. Go really and think 6 months in the business, depends on how fast you build, of course. Really think long-term, think about your team, because when your team is happy, you will be happy in the end of the day. So it doesn't matter. And meanwhile, I have people at my 7th level. I work so closely together because they're just opening America and they're really doing an amazing job. And I don't care where they are. I don't care if they're 6 or 7 or 8,000 people below me, because it really comes same in the binary bonus, and it's still affecting you. So it's a beautiful idea as well, when we build the business, that you are connecting to so many amazing people down the line. In 1 year from now, you will connect to people in South Africa, right? When we have that market open, you think like, this is amazing. So you build connections, friendships, and the business together. And this is really what you want to focus on. You want to expand your horizon to a global business, into making amazing contacts and relationships all over the world. And I think this is really what the whole business is about, because a product can come and go. I don't say that about Healy, because Healy for me and for all of us is a product which is just coming better and better and better and better and developing more and more and more. I mean, imagine a Healy without cables and all this kind of stuff. This is Healy 1.0, iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3, iPhone 10. This is the same way what Healy will do. So it will be growing and growing and growing. And remember, we are all pioneering this new industry with a device like that. This is incredible. But down the line, we will build relationships, and those relationships, they never go. If we treat them well, they will never go. So really focus on those relationships, focus on being with people and working in a team, and make sure your team is happy, really. So this is like my 2 cents of building a long-term business and sharing. And for the beginning, when you go out, please use us, use your sponsor, use your team, use the Facebook group, use the WhatsApp groups. Invite those people to be part of this one, because all the work has already been done. You don't need to reinvent the wheel in order to get the success done, because you know we have done that already. So use our facilities, use our resources. It's really the most easiest tool you can do. And just think about inviting. Don't ever think about pressuring anybody or convincing, because this is not what we have to do. This device is really attracting so many people without any, without any resources. I mean, 10 months ago, we didn't have any resources. We're still very poor in resources. If you think about, like, I know you have the questions, what video is the best, but we don't have this perfect video. And still we are able to share it so well and so fast. To think about it, it's really a self-selling device. And if people don't resonate with this, it's okay. There are so many people, you can put your energy on those, and they will be happy and appreciate you that you ask them. So don't be shy of asking people. Don't be shy of inviting people, because sometimes people might come to you and say, like, why didn't you ask me before? Because Taryn, we had a meeting yesterday and she was explaining what we're doing right now as pioneers, as pioneering this industry with our position in the binary. It's like prime real estate. Whoever jumps in right now, timing is such an important factor. We gotta be on time. And to invite people to be on time right now, to build from the beginning collectively and create all these amazing things what we can create, it's an honor for everybody to be here, right? So you want to make sure they don't miss out this honor. If they mean something to you, you want to make sure they can be part of this one. If they don't want to be, then again, I'm sorry, you should be sorry. It's fine, you can't force those people, and at least you did your job, and at least you shared and offered this amazing opportunity to somebody. So don't be shy of offering this opportunity to people.
Thank you, Max. Yes, we have such an amazing gift in our hands, and yeah, it is a privilege to be able to share it. As you say there, Rachel, it is an absolute gift, and the fact that we are able to have, we're in this time now of such amazing momentum. I'm speaking to the mastermind we were having yesterday in Bali, and just saying, I hope it really lands for you how, we're really in momentum right now, and to really be a part of that with a product that is like, category creating and whatnot, it's an absolute incredible, for many, once in a lifetime opportunity.
Maybe you can share what they told you in the castle. What is the secret of sharing it?
Oh yeah. So when I was in Berlin and I'd said, we're at the castle of Time Waver, and I had seen, I was there and I was like, you must know some kind of secret. Tell me some kind of secret in sharing this. What's some major gold nugget you can give me? And they said they were like, you know what, just put it on people. That's the secret. Like, we can tell you all about the science, we can tell you all exactly how it works on the inside, but when you actually put it on people and they actually have their own physical experience with it, that's when it really lands for people. That's when, I guess, all those questions and everything start to land. It's a little bit like a mobile phone. You know, we can sort of think about how does everything inside of that work, but what we really know is how a mobile phone makes our life easier, how we're able to connect with people around the world. That's what we really know in the end. We don't necessarily know all the technology behind it. So he was like, you know, my secret is just put people on it.
Yeah, and I think, I know not everybody can start like this, but I believe everybody who's serious about it, the resonance package will do most of the job. Do that scan with people, and it's so accurate that people just can't deny how good it works. It's just impossible to deny that. So when we had that promotion in Australia, I love the idea to really use this promotion plus the faster to get your second resonance on top of it. And we have this promotion now in the USA. So really take advantage of those promotions, because you never get that easy and that cheap into the business and kickstart your business as well with using the promotion and the faster bonus at the same time. So you want to have your second resonance device. If not, at least have one resonance device so you can really analyze this on people, and it's a self-selling tool.
Amazing. Okay, up next we have Peter. So Peter, if you're on here, could you please unmute yourself, and he's going to go through a little bit of customer service stuff and some interesting new updates that he has for you. So if you're on there, Peter,
yes, I'm here.
Let me spotlight you.
You can hear working. Yes.
Oh, nice background.
Yay.
Woo! Very nice.
Thanks, guys. And yes, Peter here, aka unofficial customer service. I'd like to start with one of my favorite quotes that the only constant in life is change. And right now we're a position that we're in. It's change after change after change after change on a frequent and regular basis. So we might start to embrace the change and this journey of change and growth. And one example of that is we just got released a new comp plan. We already know that there's already going to be an update coming. So right now we're in this phase of extensive change and growth. And just to recap, like Carsten, Max, Taryn, and we know we have a ground floor blue ocean opportunity to be their foundation, the leaders of a completely evolutionary, revolutionary category creator, company, product, technology, and vision that has no competition inside and even outside of network marketing. So we have an opportunity to be part of a startup that will change the future of wellness at the forefront of the evolution of healing. We also have the privilege to be involved as one of the first people. Some of us have been involved for months before the biggest regions on the planet have even gone live, like USA and then South Korea later in the year, and other regions to still come. So as cliche as it sounds, and it's probably thrown around a lot in the MLM space, but I believe that something like Healy comes along once in a lifetime, or at least once every 30 years. So let's keep that vision and perspective at the forefront of our minds when we start to get frustrated and lose patience at some of the current challenges and bumps that we're encountering along the way. So at the core, we have an incredible product and opportunity that's expanding and exploding way beyond most people's expectations and way over the capacity of the current systems, processes, and customer service. Everything in Healy right now is overstretched, overwhelmed, and we will see amazing improvements in the coming months. Now, some of you that have been around startups or other MLMs, this is basically a normal occurrence. And just think of when you started something new. At first, you weren't so good at it, but then over time, you improved and perfected it and got a lot better and easier. So right now, there's a lot of glitches, there's a lot of delays in orders, delays in refunds, delays and long waits for customer support, a lot of problems with the back office, the website. But all this comes as part of the package and the journey of being fortunate enough of being one of the early adopters. So we are part of the solution, and we're working together to mold the future of Healy collectively. And at least Healy is listening and working closely with the field. And a perfect example is of the fee that, again, they decided to move out till June based on the recommendations of the field. So let's remember, this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And one day, in a few years, people will wish that they were fortunate enough to be in the positions that we're in. So what can we do to help Healy and ourselves? Well, firstly, let's set the expectation when we're bringing in new members and explain the full package of where we're at. We have an incredible opportunity. However, things are far from efficient and far from perfect and not where they need to be right now. And as far as the back office, the shop, the website, it's new, it's glitchy, it's constantly being worked on. So let's support, guide, and assist our teams and customers from the first moment. So, you know, we've got to make sure that we're vigilant and ensure that, firstly, we're in the correct account and placing orders under the correct accounts. There's been a lot of instances where people have placed incorrect orders under incorrect accounts because the back office is known to log in automatically sometimes into accounts that have been previously logged into. So, you know, if you are accessing multiple accounts or placing orders for someone, try and use a separate browser. Also, when creating an account, we have to make sure that all the details are entered correctly, including phone numbers, right? Without a phone number, orders can't be accepted by the couriers. Also, we've got to make sure when placing orders, all details, addresses are in the same country. If you have addresses like a residential address and a shipping address in two separate countries, the order will not be shipped. Also, do everything you can to help yourself first. So check out the back office videos, my downloads, the manuals, videos for help, even search YouTube or our community groups, Telegram groups to try and find solutions and answers. Go to your sponsor for help, go to your sponsor, and keep going up the chain as much as possible, asking for that guidance, for that help. Also make sure that your team, you place your teams and your members as soon as you can, and don't let them sit in unplaced so that the system might do it for you. Because once they're placed, they basically can't be moved. So just make sure that you place them as soon as possible and don't forget them and leave them in unplaced. Also make sure that you are 100% certain whether you want them on the left leg, the right leg, double check and cross check before you place them, because again, once they're placed, they can't be moved. Also, when submitting a ticket, now we have the My Support in our back office working. So if you need to submit a ticket, we need to start using the back office again, because that's the ultimate and best way and one way and the only way for the company as wide to submit tickets. And all the emails that we've been using will be stopped shortly. So we've got to start going back through the back office. Also, when submitting a ticket, give as much info as possible, right? You want to give more than enough information and be very, very clear in your details, in your description, even include videos and photos where possible. Also, we're trying to collate some outstanding issues, and I put out some communication to email Sophie at admin@tarynlee.com. And, you know, I made sure that I put in there that we need as much info as possible, like name, username, order number, Healy serial number. And a lot of people sent through emails, however, completely missed half of the information. So please, we need emails with extensive information that I asked for, because otherwise we're unable to track down and help you properly. So I'm going to put out a communication again, but it's very important to follow the guidelines and instructions so we can best help you and address the long outstanding issues. And most importantly, right now we need to have a lot of patience and understanding through these challenging times.
The guy who reads the call and stuff like this and always thinks about what you want to do.
We'll ignore Max. Now, what shouldn't we do? So don't start sending emails to any and all emails you can find in Healy. So I know people, for example, have emailed Germany, Singapore, USA, and even some personal emails within Healy. Again, don't log multiple tickets for the same issue on a daily basis. I know people that have logged like about 8 tickets for the same issue. All that does is bog down the system, and it's actually counteractive and not helping you and the wider Healy community. Also, don't you log a ticket and then get your sponsor to log a ticket for the exact same issue as well. Just please one ticket, and the person that has the issue should be logging the ticket. And if you're frustrated, please try not to share your frustration and vent in public groups like in Facebook groups or Telegram groups. It's not helping anything or anyone, and it's not really adding any value, and only adds fuel to the fire. So, you know, if you want to vent, you want to share your frustration, come to me and I'll be the punching bag, which I constantly am anyway. The good news is that USA has local operation, distribution, customer support. And like Carsten said, very, very shortly, we will also have our local support, which means that things are only going to get a lot better in the very, very near future. So let's also keep in mind that Healy, you know, has something that the entire world was not prepared for, and that's the current world lockdown, which is causing significant issues. And just an example, you know, when I order some supplements, it normally arrives within 3 to 4 days. The last order took 3 weeks. So we also got to be mindful that, you know, this COVID and this whole shutdown of the world is adding a huge layer of complexity that's having a huge negative impact on the Healy operations. So just to finish off, one huge great piece of news that Mark has actually brought to my attention, and I had it 100% confirmed with Healy, the 14-day money-back guarantee actually starts when someone receives their product, and it's not from the date of order. So regardless how long it's going to take for someone to receive their order, they have that 14-day money-back period to use the Healy and basically make sure that they have that risk-free time frame to experience it before they need to consider a refund. So that's awesome that, you know, people have that peace of mind. And again, thanks for everyone for your constant leadership, patience, understanding, and support. That's me. Thank you.
Thank you, Taryn. Yeah, thank you, Peter, so much. Awesome. Yeah, Peter is doing an amazing job for everybody, and also sharing your experience, especially for me. I'm at 00, everything regarding IT and back office. So I'm learning a lot from you. Thank you so much for all the value you're doing. It's not your job to be customer support. However, you took all this burden on your shoulder, and eventually we have already thought about a few things, how we pay you off, maybe with a coffee or maybe a croissant, something like that. We will think about something eventually down the line. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, again, thank you. You know, you're just so valued in this community, and you step up all the time, and you really step up and help everybody, and you do it from such a beautiful space. And I see you every day because I hear from you all the time, fighting for everyone. And guys, he really does, you know, like Peter really is putting it in to really fight for you guys anytime there's any kind of issues out there. And it's not falling on deaf ears. Like as Pete said before, the beautiful thing is that the field is being listened to. I mean, even the recent example of the changes of the comp plan, like, you know, we ended up saying, I just don't feel like the field is accepting this. And so we really gave that feedback back to them, and they listened, and they changed some things for us. So that's, you know, and that's also the beautiful thing of being part of a startup, is that we get to mold somewhat some of the culture. We get to mold some of the things from a field perspective as well. So yeah, that's part of that. And I guess, well, that's really it. I mean, we weren't expecting to go so long, and thank you so many of you that had stuck around. I know we had 150, we have 120 now on here. I guess I was going to give a few quick updates of the USA. I mean, Carsten already had said, you know, in 1.5 days, we did $2 million worth of sales in the USA, which is absolutely incredible. I think we broke records or something, which is, you know, totally amazing. For those that were in the pre-launch system before the 30th of April, you guys can order, or in the US, you can order from the 1st of May until the 10th of May. And then from the 11th of May, everyone else can order in the USA. Your fast starts, by the way, in the USA will go to the 9th of June. So for anyone that got in, but I guess even those that got in after the 1st of May, you have until the 9th of June to be able to fast start in the USA. So that's amazing. It is 14 days money back in the USA. I know there was some things going around that maybe it was 30 days, but it's 14 days. And as Pete's just clarified here, and we got clarity this afternoon, that it is 14 days from when you received your device. So that's, I know a lot of people ask us those questions, so that's incredible as well. what else do we have about the USA? Oh yeah, and I guess as well, you know, behind the scenes, one of the fortunate things, I guess, about having this COVID-19 situation is that we've been grounded here in Bali. We were meant to be on a round the world tour of Healy to the USA and to the UK and other places. But it's been very fortunate that we've kind of been here because we are making a lot of resources for you guys. We're making a lot of like video resources and really giving them, I guess, the flavor, if you like, of our community. So some of those will be coming out in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
I think it's such a blessing.
It has been such a blessing. It's been such a blessing.
Really, because this is so missing in the company right now, that we have all those resources. And now we have the ability with the group and with all the things what we're building behind the scenes to create those resources. And not how the company does it, but really how we collectively need it, right? So because we know from the field exactly how everybody wants, because we didn't have it, so we know our needs maybe even better than the company. So it allows us to really tailor-made those things for what we need right now. I believe in a month from now and 2 months from now, it's so much easier because we get those resources done. So it's so important for us all to be collectively working on those things. And again, the road is bumpy, but let's stick together. Let's really connect, like put arms together and go through this together, right? And as you said before, like we can really mold this company to the way we want it to be, because we're still in the startup. We have the opportunity, and luckily enough, we have Carsten and we have the connection to corporate. So we really we want your feedback and we want your advices also from what is the good idea for doing things better. So we will, of course, try to give this to the company as well if it's a great idea. So we really have those opportunities to work on this, and we should. And
let me just quickly answer some of these questions that I can see in here. Is that fast start? So in the USA, anyone that registered previously up until the 10th of May, you have till the 9th of June to fast start. So even if you registered and bought on the 1st of May, you have till the 9th of June to fast start. The promo in the USA goes from the 1st of May to the 25th of May. So the 25th of May is the last day for you to get promos in for those in the USA. And obviously it's going amazing to be doing already, you know, in 2.5 days, $2 million worth of sales.
We had 11,000 signups now in the time since USA is now opening, right? 11,000 people in the USA. So guys, USA is the father, the grandfather, the mother, the big brother of network marketing and social selling. So people are ready for this kind of stuff, right? They know what's happening, and we need to prepare them. You know, we need to really go there. So everybody of you guys is really advised. If we have Facebook, we have social media, we have people there. So really reach out to them, because this market, it's explosive. So really use this opportunity, as long as the promotion is there, to expand your reach. Go there and start your business really in the USA as well. Be part of this because it's a fantastic journey. We will land there, and yeah, it's just at the beginning right now. So.
Yeah. And again, I'll answer some of these questions here because they're coming in. Anyone that was pre-signed into the tree before really April 30, you can buy in the USA. So this is USA. You can buy in the USA up to the 10th of May before anyone else can, and it's open to the general public to open and purchase from the 11th. The fast start I was talking about is for the USA, so the opening of that, they got that special longer fast start. New Zealand, I think Tesh, you're on here, I saw you before, where there would be a promo. Don't ask me the exact dates for that yet, because don't quite know, but New Zealand will also get a fast start restart when we do that as well. And as you guys heard Carsten say, that we are getting our own customer support for Australia and New Zealand, and when we officially open all that up, we will push as well for a fast start restart around Australia. So just know that will be happening too. We do try where we can. I know that we're in funny situations right now with the COVID and whatnot, that if you have had really long delays on your devices, we try to go into bat for you guys to try and get you a fast start restart as well if you've really had that. But we do our best to make it as easy for you as possible. For those of you that haven't read your emails, the annual membership fee has now been delayed until 1st of June, July.
That's also
1st of July. So that's another amazing thing. And yeah, maybe that's all there is. Also, I actually saw some of you asking questions at the very beginning when Carsten was on about financing options, just so you know that we are working with a global solution to bring together financing options for people inside of Healy. And what else can I say?
Yeah, I think we wrap it up now.
Yeah, that's it.
Guys, thank you so much for being on the call. Awesome to see you again. We have that next week again. Anyway, right, our USA update calls.
Oh, yeah.
We do it 3 times a week. Right now it's Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday USA time,
Which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Australia, Asia time.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes.
So tomorrow morning, for example, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Western or Bali time, 8 o'clock for us in the morning. We are doing more webinars about the USA launch. So
and we do it even a little bit, we mix it up between product and do some business, because we also feel like people need to understand how to build a business, how to go more and share more, not only the product, because now it's getting in their heads already, the product is known. So we really want to focus also on building the market, because this is where we have to be on right now. So let's create this momentum. Let's jump on this momentum and go really out.
Oh, and also Max and I and a couple of other people will be doing like a studio filmed webinar for you guys on Sunday, and it'll be properly edited and everything by our beautiful new content creation team that we have here. And so you will be able to share that as well. So that will be probably available next Wednesday. We're filming that on Sunday.
And all the updates you will get in the Content Evolution Facebook group. For the calls as well, you have the Zoom link in there. So yeah, I hope we see you on those webinars on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Australia time, or Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Am I right? Oh, USA time. Yeah. Okay.
It's Sunday, Tuesday,
whatever. Just
Thursday.
go on the Facebook group and find
it's
those
up
links.
there.
So you feel.
All right. It's already in the announcements. We always put it in the Telegram announcements. So make sure you jump into there as well. All right, guys. Thank you so much for all the people that stayed on and listened to us all the way to the end.
Yep.
Bye.
Good night. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.